More coverage of the Woodmore bus crash, the aftermath, and more news coming up.
Greg Glover joins us out here in just a minute.
Three Eyewitness News live. Channel 3 Eyewitness News live at 5:30. Coverage you can count on in HD.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Glover.
And I'm Cindy Sexton. The news conference with the National Transportation Safety Board wrapped up just a few minutes ago. Investigators are searching for answers in the Woodmore bus crash that claimed the lives of at least 5 children.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Sarah Sidery joins us live to bring us details they may have learned today. Sarah, what did you find out?
Well, Greg, we learned that Talley Road, the road where the bus crash happened, was not part of the bus driver's designated route. The NTSB says they aren't sure why the driver, Jonathan Walker, was driving along that road that day. Talley Road is known as a dangerous road. There have been dozens of crashes there over the past few years. They want to know why he was driving that stretch of road and if he had done it in the past. That's why they're asking parents, anybody with information on the driver or the driver's history or his activity to come forward and contact them so they can interview them. We also know that the driver did have a second job at Amazon. They are looking into whether or not fatigue may have played a role in the crash, but we do know that alcohol or drugs were not involved at this point. We also learned that the black box and the cameras with audio and video have been removed from the bus, but the cameras did get damaged during the crash, so that is complicating some of the downloading process to get that footage into their system. They have brought in experts from Washington, D.C. to assist with that. Again, they are asking anybody who has information to please come forward. They are going to be here for the next 6 to 9 days. This is still part of their fact-gathering process and are trying to speak with as many people as possible while they are still here in Chattanooga. We'll have more on this coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 6 o'clock. For now, reporting live, Sarah Sidery, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Sarah, thank you. We are learning more details surrounding the investigation into the school bus crash.
And it's still very early in the stage of examination, as Sarah Sidery told you, though. More details are starting to emerge about the 24-year-old driver. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Herron has the latest.
Hey, good evening to you guys. The police did say just a couple of hours ago that driver did not have any alcohol or drugs in his system, and they took a blood sample from him just moments after that crash happened on Monday, and they were able to get those results today. Now, typically, it usually takes several weeks for results to get in, or to come in rather. The Hamilton County District Attorney asked the director of the TBI to speed up that process. That's where the blood was taken to their crime lab in Nashville. They were able to speed up that process, getting those results in about 72 hours.
He rushed something that normally takes 8 or 10 weeks through the process so that we could report it here to the community so that those rumors could be addressed.
You know, Chief Fletcher commented on other rumors as well, saying that those who spread misinformation hurt his community. Investigators are also reviewing several cameras that were on the front, back, and either side of that bus. Now, the NTSB just said moments ago that some of those cameras were damaged, and they're actually bringing in experts to help and get that video, because that is obviously very crucial in their investigation. And, you know, guys, coming up at 6 o'clock, I'm going to have more about seatbelts. Could they have helped in this crash? Could they have not? We'll have much more coming up at 6 o'clock. But for now, reporting live in Chattanooga, I'm Michelle Herron, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Michelle. People in Chattanooga are still dealing with the deaths of at least 5 school children killed and 25 injured, some still in critical condition.
We heard from the NTSB on Live at 5. Now NBC's Carrie Sanders has this report on their work.
Pushing forward with its investigation, a team of NTSB investigators getting its first close-up look at the mangled wreckage of the school bus, trying to determine what went so horribly wrong. And this morning, new disturbing details emerging about the bus driver, 24-year-old Jonthany Walker, now facing multiple charges stemming from the fatal crash that killed 5 elementary school children and injured 24. In 2014, he had his personal license suspended for 25 days for failing to show proof of insurance.
Every day they come home, they complaining about the school bus.
Jasmine Martine's 6-year-old daughter Zaira died in the horrific crash, and 2 of her older kids were hurt.
I've been calling complaining about this bus driver since August. I done called the Board of Education. I done called the school.
NBC News reached out to both the board and the school, but we have not heard back.
That is her. Yeah.
Cordasia Jones was just 9. Her older brother was not on the bus, but he's scared now.
Man, I don't want to ride the bus anymore.
You don't want to ride the bus anymore? You just don't feel safe?
That was Carrie Sanders from NBC News. The Woodmore crash brings new calls for seatbelts on school buses. Federal officials say seatbelts would make school buses safer. However, most states do not require them. 6 states do. There's no federal requirement. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says it would cost anywhere from $7,000 to $10,000 per bus to retrofit each school bus, and it could take years to make that happen.
It was a battle of the badges this morning. 2 Chattanooga departments competed to see which group could donate the most blood.
It's one way first responders can give back in response to the Woodmore bus crash. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pham tells us how they're answering another important call.
Firefighters and police are on the same team when it comes to saving lives, but 2 Chattanooga departments are battling it out, all for a good cause.
I know it angered me some because, you know, these are innocent people. They are just starting out in life, and to have it end so quickly, it's not even fair.
Stephen Johnston rushed to the Woodmore bus Monday when he heard kids were hurt.
At that point, I realized I need to be there. A lot of people need to be there. So I turned around, turned my lights and siren on, and got there as safely and as quickly as I could.
Now he's responding to another call. The Chattanooga Police and Fire Department are competing in a first responder blood drive.
Police save lives and property, so does the fire department. And it's a friendly competition. We're competitive all the time. We think we always win, but the bottom line is we want to help people.
Chattanooga Fire Chief Chris Adams says it can take 540 people donating blood to help just one trauma patient.
We see a lot of horrific scenes, and that makes us highly aware of the blood need.
While blood banks can always purchase blood from other parts of the country, it costs much less to use local donors. It also gives people a way to help.
Not only doctors save lives, not only firefighters and police, every citizen in this city can save a life if they'll just come out and donate blood today.
Blood Assurance says during the holidays is the time of year they have the greatest need. To find out more about blood donation, visit our website, WRCBTV.com. Reporting in Chattanooga, Tim Pham, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And today, Governor Bill Haslam stopped by Woodmore Elementary and Erlanger to visit with those who have been affected by the bus crash. The Tennessee governor is calling for a full review of the state school transportation system.
Woodmore students and the staff at Erlanger got a surprise visit today. Tennessee Volunteers head coach Butch Jones and players Derek Barnett, Alvin Kamara, and Jalen Reeve-Maven came down this morning. They spent time with the students and they thanked the ER doctors and nurses for their hard work. While at Erlanger, Coach Jones and the players handed out UT shirts and they let people take pictures there with children and faculty too. Count on Channel 3 to give you the latest updates on the Woodmore bus crash investigation. To view all of our previous stories, visit WRCBTV.com and click on the Woodmore bus crash section.
Turning to other news this evening, a local small business will have to be closed during one of the busiest shopping weeks of the year because thieves ransacked it and stole thousands of dollars worth of merchandise.
It happened over the weekend at Darling Little Bow Shop on Lee Parkway Drive. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Kelly McCarthy tells us how the owner plans to recover.
And I walked in and it's just heartbreaking. The further I walked in to see empty boxes.
An empty storefront that was once filled with colorful bows, clothing, and custom-made crafts. The bare walls leave owner Melanie Ortiz shocked and angry.
And yes, we're having cameras installed, a security system installed, but it seems like we were targeted.
Her storefront will now be closed on Small Business Saturday as she works to complete online orders and restock the shelves with handmade merchandise.
It's not a big business. I mean, you have to know you're stealing from people, that someone else paid for this, that someone else is really going to be hurt by this.
All during the week of Thanksgiving.
It immediately puts us behind. It's not just the loss of money, it's the loss of time.
Time that was supposed to be spent with family.
When I leave here, I go back to my family, my workers go back to their families. So now we have to make up the missing items with our time.
Which is especially hard for Melanie's 4 little girls to understand.
There's always the mommy guilt, and so it's just extra.
She's hoping someone will spot her handmade goods with the name Darling Little Bow Shops sewn into the tag and the hip.
I'm hoping that somebody notices our items being sold somewhere and someone can be held accountable.
Ortiz thinks whoever did this may try to sell some of her items online or at flea markets. So if you see anything that could match these descriptions, call Chattanooga Police.
Ahead on Live at 5:30, a look outside at any delays in your holiday travel plans.
Also, hear why the Tennessee Highway Patrol is warning all drivers.
We have one little shower right now that's moving over Tim's Ford just south of Tullahoma. That's about it so far. Doesn't look like much rain out of this little system. But next week, there's going to be some changes. I've got all the details on my 7-day forecast.
Channel 3 Eyewitness Traffic is brought to you by CHI Memorial.
Well, the count continues. This is the 58th day in a row that we have not had a tenth of an inch of rain. And we're going to be, if we don't get it tonight, we're probably going to go at least until Monday. So I'd be adding 3 more days to it. So, only 4 more days actually. So it's probably going to be over 2 months before we see any decent rain. And that'll probably be on Tuesday. What we're looking at right now are some sprinkles that are moving right over Timms Ford, out over just north of, it looks like Winchester, and heading towards Monteagle, maybe a little bit north of Monteagle into Grundy County. May get a little bit of rain out there. Should be just a few hundredths of an inch of rain. The bulk of the rain right now is further off to the north, from Nashville on northward, up into Kentucky, and then along the Ohio River, all the way up into the Great Lakes. We're in upper Michigan or northern Michigan. They're getting some snow showers right now. So it's that cold. Yeah, it's this time of year, and that kind of thing can happen. All right, let's take a look right now at some of these temps. 67 in the city, 65 Dalton, and also in Cleveland, 66 Athens, 56 Murphy. Winds are out of the south-southeast at about 8, and 68 was the high, 37 the overnight low. And 67 was the high in Dalton, 70 in Trenton. So we did, a few spots did get up to 70 today. 58 Fort Mountain, 61 Ellijay, almost 70 out near Calhoun, with 70 in Delano, 68 Dunlap, 67 Mowbray Mountain, and also up into Ooltewah, while Ringgold was 68, Eastridge 65. Right here at Channel 3, we hit 68. Now, the winds have been really gusty this afternoon. They're dying down now, but we did have wind gusts up to almost 29, 30 miles an hour at the airport. 68 in Pikeville, 67 in Dayton today, and 70 in Etowah, and mid-60s out near Murphy, 63 Turtletown, and Jasper also got up to 70 degrees. The normal highs in low to mid-50s, so it's way above normal. And this is the latest forecast showing some sprinkles. Again, this is probably overdoing it. We're going to have a southerly wind, but the winds are dying down. Overnight's probably the best chance for any type of showers. It's not going to be that much. I think it's going to be a lot less than showing up on Vipercast. And then drier weather starts to move in now, it looks like now into Thursday, for the most of Thursday, and into Friday. Maybe a sprinkle in the morning. If you get a tenth of an inch of rain, that's going to be about it. The 5/10 that Vipercast is predicting is not going to happen. 68 South Pittsburgh tomorrow. And now mostly cloudy skies, and maybe a morning sprinkle in Mineral Bluff with 65. Tonight, though, 53 with a shower or 2 possible. 69 tomorrow. Slight chance for a sprinkle in the morning. That's about it, though. It's 69. You can't beat that. 46 tomorrow night with a few clouds in the 7-day forecast. Friday looks dry. Saturday, 62. Sunday, 63 with mostly sunny skies. Monday, a few more clouds and 66. And an excellent chance for rain, maybe even a thunderstorm or 2 on Tuesday with 67, and showers should be ending on Wednesday. We're hoping for, I'm hoping for at least a ½ inch to an inch of rain out of this coming up on Tuesday.
Oh, let's hope for more.
We can hope for whatever we want.
That's right.
Okay.
Paul, thanks. It is a busy travel day. Let's see what's going on out there if you're expecting someone to your place or you're headed out.
Well, the good news right now is from TDOT, no accidents reported on the interstates going through Chattanooga. Everyone seems to be behaving, although it is heavy traffic in most parts.
Heavy last night, too. Wow. But a couple of surface street accidents here. Neither one of these with injuries. One's on Graysville Road, just south of East Brainerd Road and the Walmart neighborhood market there. It's at Oak Drive. Also one Broad Street at Tennessee Avenue. That's at the entrance to St. Elmo. So careful going if you're out there tonight. More ahead on Live at 5:30, including some stuff you won't want to miss. Stay with us.
Channel 3 Eyewitness Traffic is brought to you by CHI Memorial. CHI Memorial's Bus Stand for Lung Center provides the most advanced treatments for lung-related diseases. Call 423-495-LUNG or visit mylungcare.org.
The holiday rush to get home for Thanksgiving is well underway.
AAA says 49 million of us will be traveling 50 miles or more from home this weekend. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Tanisha Cordell met with some travelers who hope to beat the holiday traffic home.
Of the 49 million people traveling for the holiday, 43 million are doing so by car. Several people I spoke with say hitting the road early is necessary in making it to their Thanksgiving destination on time.
We like to go early so we can get there during the day.
Yeah, we don't want to waste a whole day.
Yeah.
The Mackeys are one of many families who stopped at the Tiftonia Welcome Center off I-24 on their way to enjoy Thanksgiving away from home. A 10-hour road trip to Gatlinburg that started at 4 in the morning.
We just try to get through like the big cities that aren't in like rush hour traffic time. So we left New Orleans before the traffic starts.
But they're not the only ones getting a head start on what's to be one of the busiest travel weeks in years.
I believe that Wednesday before Thanksgiving is supposed to be the heaviest travel day of the year. We're trying to avoid that.
He's right. About 43 million people will be getting behind the wheel starting Wednesday through Sunday. That's 1 million more travelers than last year. But as more drivers hit the road, more state troopers will too.
You will see a trooper on an average of every 20 miles on I-24 and I-75, and possibly could see one every 10 miles.
Lieutenant John Harmon with the Tennessee Highway Patrol says it's part of their I-40 Challenge Drive to Zero fatalities kicking off Wednesday. Last year, 8 people died in crashes over the holiday period in Tennessee.
Every trooper in the state of Tennessee's goal at the end of the day in the community that he lives in is his goal for at the end of the day is for no one to lose their life. With the high volume of traffic that we have and the distractions that we have, we just need to be paying attention to driving.
State troopers will be at all 3 Tennessee Welcome Centers on Wednesday and Sunday, helping with directions and giving safety tips for when you're behind the wheel. For more information, head to our website, WRCBTV.com. In Hamilton County, Tanisha Cordell, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
December's nearly here. That means Channel 3 is teaming up once again with the Chattanooga Area Food Bank to fight hunger in our community.
It's our 32nd annual Share Your Christmas Food Drive. next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday, December 2nd, from 4:30 in the morning until 6 in the evening at several locations throughout the Tennessee Valley. You can check them out on your screen right there, Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Dalton. Cash and food donations will be accepted. If you can't make it down to see us that day and give your donation, you can still give online or drop off non-perishable food items at participating Food City, Walmart, and Walmart neighborhood market stores.
Here's David Carroll.
Coming up on Eyewitness News at 6. A fire early this morning on Blythe Ferry Road in Cleveland has left one person dead and 4 others injured.
You're not supposed to have elementary classrooms with empty desks.
Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam was in town today expressing his condolences to the Woodmore community. He's calling for a full review of the state's school transportation system.
I want them to know that they're not the only ones going through it also. And that hopefully just me being here and my presence can encourage them in some kind of way.
A Knoxville woman makes her way to Chattanooga to offer support. She has learned from experience what these families are going through. Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6 is next.